Good morning. All right, so for this project, we're going to be looking at trying to make a stained glass style picture, but digitally using Sumo Paint. So I have a new image opened. This is all about layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start before I do anything else. I want 3 layers. So if you look in the bottom right of your screen, you'll see the layers section down here, okay? And right here, this little plus with it, like on a sheet of paper, a little plus sign, new layer. So we're going to hit that twice. So we've got 2 layers. So we're going to want a background, and we're going to want 2 layers on top. We're going to start on the very top layer. Then going to make our brush a bit smaller because it usually starts kind of bigger. So I'm going to go up here where it says diameter. And I'm going to drag that down. That's a bit better. Okay. What we're going to do is, if you imagine stained glass, you think of it, it's this black iron metal in between brightly colored pieces of glass. So what we're going to start out by drawing is sort of that black outline, the iron part. Okay. Now it's really going to be up to you what you choose to do for your background. You can do as a character, you can do animals, insects, different things. Okay. I think insects are a little fun, interesting one to do. So maybe I'll start with like a swallowtail butterfly. Wings on there. Let me draw back over there. Little delay on this. It's caught up. Now don't forget, as you're drawing, if you make a mistake like I just did, you can use the undo tool. You can see right in the bottom left here. You've got that forward and back arrow. Back will go 1 step backward. Forward will go 1 step forward. So you can go back and forward as much as you need. So let me draw both sides of these real quick. It's okay if it's not perfect at first. You can always erase and clean it up later. Okay. Once you have kind of a general outline of it, what we want to do is we want to imagine, like I said, that it's stained glass. So we want to have different sections that we're going to fill in with color. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of that butterfly's body on here too. Okay. And we'll go in and just start sectioning it off with a little bit of the patterns of what would be on the real insect, but you can make up your own designs and patterns for it. Well, that's totally fine. Just gonna start with maybe one wing over here. Okay, this lower wing's kind of coming back this way, so I'm going to do sections like this. All right, I'm going to stop there for right now, okay? So that's the general idea. So we want to plan out creature, and also if you want to do a background or whatever is around it, you would put it on this top layer. So, if this butterfly was flying away from, then we'll just draw a bit of a flower there. Very quickly. And there's quite a bit of delay when I'm trying to record it, so I apologize if it's a little staticky or whatever. A little. Okay. Now, once you have just a general idea of what's going to be there, we want to switch layers to underneath so we can start painting. So we're going to go back over to this layer menu over here. So I'm going to click on layer 1 now, which you can see was underneath the first layer, I'm going to start picking color. And what will happen is, when it catches up to what I'm doing, okay, when you paint, we're now painting underneath that layer. So even if you paint over where the black is, it's not going to cover it up. It's going to be underneath like that. Section. And let's just do some different colors. I'm going to go and paint another section. Oh, that is, I apologize, it's very delayed. Very hard to do when it's so slow. All right, so let's get another section in there. And I'm just going to alternate, pick different colors, fill in those sections. So that's the general idea. Is we're painting underneath. We're using layers to paint underneath. It also helps when you're doing digital art to use layers, because then you can focus on one section without touching another section. For example, if I wanted to use the bottom layer, I could use that just to do the flower over here, and it wouldn't affect that. Now, as it is though, I do want to use that background bottom layer to focus on the background. So if I'm going to make a background behind this, okay, I can use that. And just as an example, if I start painting, you'll see that goes right behind the black outlines. And if I go over here where my other layer was, see, it's behind the layer where we did that stained glass color. So it doesn't affect it. So if I need to go up and modify the top layer, I go down to the bottom right, click on the top layer, and then I can go back and I can add more detail on the sections. If I get mouse to catch up there, I can go back and paint on there, and that won't affect what's underneath it. See, I'm just covering it up on top. All right, so the idea, again, is you're going to make black outlines to plan out your stained glass design. It could be an animal, character, something of your choice. Use different layers. You have the bottom layer for background color. You have that layer 1 for the middle colors that are behind the stained glass. And the top layer 2 for making the actual black outlines for the stained glass. That's all for now. Have fun.